Alrighty guys, in today's video of FlexiSTARTER, we're going to be looking at snapping objects to points. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos and we have daily updates. Otherwise, we're back to the program here. Now, just to let you guys know, this is going to be a mini series on snapping objects, as there's quite a few different features or ways to go about it that we have to cover. So the first one we're going to be looking at is snap to point. And the reason why you would want to also snap objects is a lot of times you have maybe, let's say, a strict design requirements when it comes to measurements and so forth. Then you can basically make templates and guides and then just snap your design around that as you work along. So that way you know your final outcome is going to be way more consistent. There's obviously other reasons why you would want to do it as well. If you want to constrain something within a certain shape or make sure that everything is aligned properly without overlaps, then it's also a great time to use snapping. But like I said, today we're going to be looking at snapping to points or to a point. First thing we want to do is make sure the snap tool is enabled. So in order to do that, we want to navigate to our main menu on top here and we go to view. Then we navigate all the way till we find snap, and then under that menu you'll see we've got quite a few different options here. Now you can obviously click on your snap toolbar, then we have all the snap features here. So if we throw it on top here, you can easily navigate between them. If you just hover, you kind of see what they show you, or what they say, which ones it's going to be. But today we're going to be looking at snapping to points. So once again, just a reminder to view, and we want to navigate down to where we find snap, and then we've got the snap to point. Now as we can see, it's already enabled. If we had to click on it again, it will disable it. So just so you know, that is a quick way of enabling and disabling features, or should I say snapping features. So now the snap to point, when if we have our selection tool here enabled on our toolbar, I think the shortcut's A for it, and you've selected something, you can see we've got these points here on your shape. It's also noted as node points. But then in any case, so if we use this and let's say we want to scale it, then you'll see the shape at the bottom. It's going to snap it relevant to that. At the moment, as you can see, I've got my proportional editing enabled. So either what I can do is when I scale, I keep shift and it will disable it. Or what I can do is I just disable it here on our design central panel. Click on that little arrow, now it is disabled. You can also find the design central panel next to the undo and redo button on the right of it. So now if I go again, so now if we navigate here, you can see it snaps it to the okay, mine is still constraining, so I'll just keep shifting for now. So then it snaps it here to the center, which is actually the center of these two, or the back. And if you, as you can remember, if we select this one, we've got points here, points on the corner, and that is why it is snapping it on those areas, because it's actually points. But one thing to keep in mind, obviously this is relevant to the shape next to it. So if we had to take this one and do the same thing, you'll see it'll snap it as well to the center points, to the size of that shape. But if we had to go on the side here and then we keep shifting, you'll see it actually does not snap it to that one at all, because at the moment that one is not relevant to its direction of scaling. Because we use the bottom point, it can scale bottom and right. It sees this object as something to snap to. So in order to have it snap to something to the right, I'm just going to make here a duplicate to the left, keep shifting, and now because we've got a shape to its right, you'll see it does the same thing. Now it's snapping to that shape. So you can always use different shapes as templates. Like I said, if you want to make sure you're exactly within a certain design, or so forth. You can also, like, let's say we had to make a oval here, and now we wanted to be exactly inside that one but up to scale. Then with that snap to point selected, we can now simply just, okay, with our shift selected, we'll drag our little shape nodes, and then as you can see there, it automatically snaps it inside the circle. So now you'll know it's exactly inside the rectangle without if this had to be off. We often get stuff like this where it kind of overlaps, even if it's just a little bit, and then you have to zoom in as close as you can to try to align it, where the snap tool just kind of makes this process way quicker, so you can just quickly align it. But otherwise, that is it on snap to point. Next up, we'll be looking at snap to grid, and then how does that work. But otherwise, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and also you can isolate your search on the top right here. If you do not, however, find the video you're looking for, you can always go here, request a training video, and then we will make that video for you. Otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.